right, hello, you guys. This is the Pretty Coach here. It is Jude. Um, I talked in this Eris, and among other things, I've called myself other things. But anyway, I'm coming to basically talk about some channeled messages that I received today. I want to go cut the air off because I'm freezing. So, okay, you guys. So I am back now. Um, I want to hop into some of the channel messages that I got. I don't remember where I last stopped, but basically what I was saying was that, or where I would want to start now, is that when I get messages, they just start coming while I'm doing whatever it is that I am doing. And so today, I was led to meditate. And this meditation was happening as I was dropping Daria off at childcare. So I was driving in the car, and I'm talking to myself, and myself was responding back to me. Um, and they were telling me what to do, like giving me insight on what I should do once I get done dropping Daria off. So one of the things I was led to do was go to a side of town um, that has a particular type of energy connected to it or associated with it per me. And so what I was looking for was to get around an affluent area. So I found the area, I went, parked my car, and I sat there and I meditated. In meditation, I was instructed on what to do when I get to the house. Um, I needed to tidy up, so that was one of the things I was told. Go home and tidy up and also prepare for a larger cleaning out of my space. And I feel like it's important and it was significant for me. It's true about the energy of your space. Like when you are kind of unclear, things are obscured for you, you're in confusion and stuff like that within your heart space and or your mind. When I say heart space, I'm really talking about here, usually. Um, like the center of who you are, then your space can reflect that and it can hold that energy. So, with that being said, Spirit knows what's been going on. They also know what I've been asking. I'm asking for clarity. I'm asking for strategy and divine insight so that I can manifest this life that I know that I want and that I feel like I'm deserving of, right? And called to, period. So, with that being said, they was like, you need to go clean out some stuff. So that's one task to do. Go tidy up and also really do a little bit of deep cleaning or preparation for deep cleaning. So the part that I have already accomplished is the tidying up portion. The other part I'll do at a later time. And I do feel the need to show that because I think that sometimes when it comes to spirituality, we make things a little bit more complicated than what it really is. We be assuming that it's something all grand and glorious when it's really just practical and mundane. And it can be fun, but it ain't really nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Other than the purpose and the intention for it. So, boom. If you want to see that a video like that, if you will be interested in watching me declutter and stuff like that, and how I do it, which is, I'm not saying it like I'm some cleaning guru at all. Not at all. I'm just sharing what I do. That's all I'll be doing. If you're interested in that, go ahead and let me know about that in the comments. Okay, moving on. So, tidying up, preparing for a deep clean. And they went into detail giving me explanations as to why. So then the next step of that was to sit down and prepare to receive messages in regards to the business endeavors that I've got, the things that I want to do. And so from there, I started to also understand that I needed to reflect on patterns of behavior that I've been operating in, whether they have been perceived positive or negative. So, another thing that I did when I rose up this rising, besides thanking Spirit, it was about 4 a.m. I wound up going to this app that I have on my phone called Astro Matrix, and I have a few different apps that I enjoy checking out or looking into and stuff like that. Astro Matrix I started using back in 2020, and then I took it off my phone because of storage issues, right? But long story short, a good girlfriend of mine and soul family member told me to get it back on my phone again, so I have it. And now today, when I woke up at like 4 a.m., I was looking into it, and when I started seeing the things that are transiting my natal chart stuff, so much stuff that spirit that I'm just experiencing, right, was being talked about in the app. And I love that. That always gets me excited because it shows me just how important, if you ask me, astrology is. Like, people, I am, okay, for those who might be seeing my video for the first time, I am a God knower. Do you understand? Like, started in church, preacher's girl, preacher's daughter. Why did I say preacher's girl? Anyway, preacher's daughter, preacher's kid. I preached a sermon or two myself, and I'm gonna do it again. Like, I'm telling y'all now. And when I say I'm gonna do it again, that's exactly what I mean. It may have to be in the way that I have to set it up, because as you can see in this video, I'm not dressed this way, but I don't dress like this even all the time. I do, but it's usually in the comfort of my home, and normally people don't get to see me like this. However, even though this isn't in today's meditation and channel message that I got, Spirit told me a couple of weeks ago that I needed to start tapping into my sexual energy, that it is powerful for me. It could be a powerful manifestation tool for me. And it wasn't just with having sex. It's like just being in my energy, being sexy, and not being ashamed of that. To be honest, this is the way that I dress when I'm at my house. When I am by myself, okay? And it's not all the time. Like, being a spiritual being, you go through ebbs and flows. Your feelings and your emotions, they change. And with that, so does the attire that you wear, right? So today I felt like being sexy. I normally am like this at my house. If I'm not totally and completely bare and unashamed, I'm going to have on something that I feel beautiful in, that I feel powerful in. And then some days I feel like being a whole mama out here, like not like these modern mamas, but like my mama, with a house dress and a muumuu on. And I of course I'm still fine, but do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so your moods and the way that you dress can change. It's not for everybody. Maybe that's just me. But in this moment, this is me tapping into my sexual energy, being sexy and not being embarrassed, not being ashamed of it. Now, would I go outside like this right now? No. I haven't made it there yet. Like, I'm just now putting myself in this way, you know, on the internet. Okay. So I feel like I went off on a tangent. I do think that everything that I have to say, obviously, Spirit, you know, it's okay to say it, but I do want to kind of go back to the initial reason that I wanted to share some of these messages. And excuse the lighting. It's going to go in and out because it's changing outside. So anyway, the channel messages I got today came from when I was doing the portion of tidying that Spirit told me to do when I got here today. But before I go into that, I was telling you guys about Astro Matrix for a reason. So when I woke up at around 4 a.m., I was in the app reading about different aspects of my of my life, basically, and how they were being influenced at this time by the stars and the placements of the stars. And what I was reading was on point. And for 2 days specifically, it was said that it was told that I need to spend a lot of time with myself today, in reflection, in pleasure, figuring out what my pleasures are. So when I was writing in meditation, Spirit was telling me that when I got to the house, I needed to really start visualizing and imagining the types of pleasures that I genuinely, authentically want to participate in moving forward into this new phase that I'm about to walk into. So that's one of the things that I need to be doing. I haven't done that part yet, but that's coming after I do the channel messages. So back to the channel messages. So I'm cleaning up and I'm tidying. And I don't know about you guys, but like I have this weird thing. I be all over the place when I'm cleaning up, okay? Literally all over the place. Like I'll be starting in one place and I got my reason at that moment for why I'm here and why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I walk into another room, it's like that energy shifts. And if I see something else that I feel I need to be drawn to and focus on, I go do that. And then if I'm drawn to another thing in that room, I go start doing that. So I be all over the place. I normally wound up coming back to everything where I get it all done. That don't always happen. Sometimes I miss out on things because of that. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to be showing no cleaning as in like I'm some type of professional. I'm literally just showing what I do. But I still get it done. You understand what I'm saying? Shit still get clean. So that's what we're showing. But so I was cleaning like that, which is what I do, and I came from my bathroom to my other bathroom, and I was like, I'm about to do my eyebrows. So I did my eyebrows, but I had just purchased this pencil like yesterday. And the thing was, I never opened the pencil. So I'm going into the bathroom about to just take the top off, like not thinking and not realizing that I hadn't done what it takes to open it. And baby, Spirit was already talking to me today, been talking to me, but the messages started to come in. Here's what they are. So I had this eyebrow pencil and the messages were, you can't just start using something without opening it first. And this can be applied even to relationships and connections with people. You can't just start using anything, even if you purchased that thing or acquired that thing for its usefulness to you. Even if it's designed for what you're about to use it for, you legitimately cannot just open it and start using it without doing what is required. So in this case, in this instance, right, I had to take the wrapper off. I'm not gonna be able to use it with the wrapper still on. But like in relationship dynamics, that's where my mind immediately shifted to. And especially when it comes to the relationships between men and women and love. But this can apply to whatever and whomever. A lot of times people tend to have an entitlement to the other sex, right? Because we are taught that we are designed for each other. And I don't doubt that. I think it's true. However, you can't just walk up to a man or a woman and expect to utilize them in whatever capacity that they have within them without first doing what is required to get them. So yes, a man is made for a woman, and yes, a woman is made for a man, but if you don't do what's necessary for me, which would require observation, that requires you really getting to know me, that requires you opening up my manual, whatever that may be. Okay. And finding out how I work. And then from there, it's not even about just acquiring the knowledge of how a person works. It is actually doing those things. And then you normally get what you can use the person. And when I say use, I don't mean it in a malicious way, but I know that some people, the word use is a bad connotation, but the truth is all of us around here being used. Okay? You're being used. And the truth of the matter is you want to be used. For those who are designed with a purpose, you do want to be used. But at the same time, you want to be respected. You want to be honored. That's part of the manual for you. That's part of the respect. Because again, you can't just open up a tool or utilize any tool without doing without going through the proper steps. Okay. The second thing that came up as a segue or as a branch off of this is that the idea and the concept that there are some tools that literally come without instructions. And Spirit was saying that just because they come without instructions doesn't mean that there is no law. It doesn't mean that there is not a proper way to utilize them. But they said that it was the fact that the way that they are used is universal. It is known all over the world. So even if there's something that you acquire, a tool or whatever that you may acquire that doesn't have so-called instructions, it doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want with it. It means that you have to still do what everybody knows you're supposed to do for that. Now, don't get me wrong. That I hope I didn't lose anybody with that. Most things that are made, like objects that are made, yeah, they really do come with instructions. But when it comes to people, right? When it comes to a man, a woman, boy, or a girl, there are certain things that literally are universally proven to be true. And yeah, there are exceptions. And yes, when I say exceptions, I'm just saying there are people who may not totally be exactly like the standard, but it doesn't take away from the fact that there is a universal standard. There is a universal code, right, that exists here, and it is to be respected, because if it's not, it doesn't work properly. So these were the channel messages. I hope that some of them made sense. If they did, and if you can understand what I was saying, or if you can identify, or if you have anything else to add, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'm going to stop here. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but I'm going to sit with Spirit and I'll think about it. But I am coming to a space where I'm being obedient to Spirit in most things. I try to be all the time, but you know, we got our good days and our bad days. But I do not mean to offend anyone who's going to come across this video, and you're going to see me in this light, in this new aspect of my glory. It's not to offend, but if I do, that wasn't my intention. My intent is to be obedient to where I'm being called and what I'm being called to do in each moment. And right now, this is about me. It's personal. I'm sharing stuff, but this is about me walking in my walk, healing myself and healing my traumas, my hangups that are mental, but they show up in the physical. So I apologize if this may offend you. That's not my intention. I'm just here being in all my sexy glory and being proud of myself and admiring my beauty, because it is there, honey. It's there. Yeah, I did my eyebrows. I did, because I don't really be having none. But everything else, it's all me. It's beautiful, right? This bralette was gifted to me. It don't do nothing. It's just cute. It don't do a thing, honey. I like to be lifted up. But anyway, y'all didn't ask about all that. I'm sorry. I digress. This has been a blonde moment with Jude, and I'm signing off. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go and continue doing what Spirit told me to do. Okay. Bye, you guys.